Last one. Oh, 20. Oh, okay. Damn. All right, so guys, I'm not faking it, right? There's a lot of burn going on right now. Okay guys, today I'm bringing you the 5 best exercises you can do at home to boost your testosterone. So if you've seen any of my other videos on this channel, you know that the critical thing to increasing your testosterone when it comes to resistance training is doing compound movement. So what do I mean by that? That means any kind of an exercise we do today, the 5 that I really like, that you can do at home with nothing but bands and dumbbells, all include multiple muscle groups activating and moving more than one joint. Okay, so the neat thing about this is when we do these 5 exercises, I'm hitting so many different muscles in my body. It really affects you from a fatigue standpoint. So the thing that increases our testosterone is when your body starts to get fatigued during a set. And when I mean fatigued, I'm talking about an intense set where you are really pushing things hard, okay? You're lifting a lot of weight, you're doing it for a lot of reps, and guess what that does? That starts to build up lactic acid in your muscles, which is just a normal waste byproduct of the muscle cells contracting with oxygen, okay? And then what happens is, normally when you're doing it easy, when you're jogging, when you're doing slow cardio, if you're lifting light weights and not pushing it very hard, your body, your heart, and your blood stream are able to flush the lactic acid out of your muscles as fast as the muscles are producing it. So you don't have that buildup. You don't feel that pain, okay? So that's when we're just kind of taking our time. We're doing jogging, okay? We're doing light weights. We're just kind of warming up. So the goal is to get to the point where your muscles are producing so much lactic acid, so much waste byproduct from the intense exercise that you just can't flush it out fast enough. Your body is just incapable of doing that. And then that triggers signals in your brain as something's going on. My muscle fibers are getting broken down. They're getting fatigued. I need to ramp up my natural production of testosterone because guess what? It uses that to help take the protein that we eat every day in our meals and convert that into new muscle mass and to repair damaged muscle fibers. So guys, 5 really good exercises. These are big compound movements where we're working lots of different muscles in big muscles. So you're not going to see any isolation exercises today. All right, the first exercise is an upper body exercise, and this is going to be incline dumbbell chest presses. Now guys, people think that when you do this exercise, you're just working your chest, okay? Well, that is not true at all. Remember, this is working multiple muscle joints and lots of different muscle groups at the same time. So we're gonna be getting our chest, our shoulders, our triceps, and to a lesser extent, our lats. All right, so guys, love this exercise, and I prefer doing this over a flat dumbbell press simply because it's harder to target the upper part of your chest. Most guys have a pretty developed lower chest already. And so I like to spend about 2/3 to 3/4 of my chest exercises targeting the upper part of my chest. Now guys, I'm still getting the lower part of my chest, okay? We're still getting your entire chest. But this places a little more emphasis on the upper part simply because I have the bench set up at an incline. All right, so I'm gonna knock out about 15 to 20 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Oh, all right guys, that's burning. Let me put these down and talk to you real quick about what was going on there. So guys, why did I do 15 to 20 and not stop at the more traditional 8 to 12 rep range? Well, guys, the goal of these exercises is to ramp up our testosterone as much as possible, not just focus on building muscle. Now, I know those two are very closely correlated and interrelated. So sometimes, guys, I think it's really wise to take a workout program and do it for a higher rep count like I just did right there. So all these today are going to be in the 15 to 20 rep count. And that's because a couple of different reasons. First of all, I don't have enough weight here at home to force myself into a failure position at only 8 to 12 reps. Okay, so there's just not enough weight. I would need probably almost double, okay, the amount of weight I have here. So to put that stress on your body, to create that lactic acid that comes from the high intensity, you got to do more reps. Okay, so that's the time under tension is increasing, and I really urge you guys to mix up your workouts. All right, so at least once a week, do a workout program where you're focusing on a higher number of reps as opposed to kind of an 8 to 12 range. Okay, guys, the second exercise today is going to be focusing on our lower body. Now, guys, your legs are the biggest muscle group in your body, which means we get more bang for our buck when we hit our legs really hard when it comes to increasing testosterone levels. That's why squats, leg extensions, leg curls, stiff-legged deadlifts, those kind of things that focus on our lower body are really good, not just for building muscle, but for increasing our production of hormones. And a goblet squat is a real interesting twist on the normal traditional squat. So most of you guys are not going to have a barbell at home, okay? So you're going to be either using bands or dumbbells, and this is a real fun, creative way to put a little extra emphasis on our lower body as opposed to just doing body weight or using multiple dumbbells. I like this because we're holding it in front of us the entire time. So, goblet squat, okay, put it on my thigh like this, and I literally grab the dumbbell like this in front of me, okay? So I'm gonna be holding this dumbbell close to my chest throughout the entire range of motion. 3, 4, 20, all right. Last rep, back to your thigh, and then down. Whew, all right. It's hard to talk, okay, after doing this particular exercise. So why is that? It's hitting lots of muscles, lots of big muscles, and because we did 20 reps, man, you're just depleted of oxygen. This is an anaerobic exercise, meaning your body can't keep up, your heart and your lungs can't keep up with the oxygen demands of your muscle fibers. All right, so guys, this is a big, strong muscle group, and I understand if you don't have heavy enough dumbbells at home to totally fatigue yourself by the 15th or 20th rep. So there's a couple things we can do to reach that failure point and increase the intensity to the point where we're creating that lactic acid and we're sending signals to our brain to bump up our testosterone levels. First one is slow your tempo down. So guys, this is kind of a normal tempo right here. I'm under control of the weight up and down, all right? So to make it more difficult, if you don't have enough weight, and maybe hold it for a 2 count, okay? So down, 1, 2, up, all right? That will increase the time under tension and will make it much more difficult. It will make that weight feel heavier than it really is. And then the other trick is real simple. Don't stop at 15 to 20. Push yourself, okay? You may need to do 30 reps, okay? If you don't have enough weight and if you're in really good shape, you guys out there need to adjust these exercises, not just the number of reps, but also the tempo according to your fitness level. All right, guys, so exercise number 3 is something called decline flies, and I'm gonna be doing it with bands. Now, I want to show you this band setup I have here, and I have the luxury of having turned my garage into kind of a pseudo gym. You guys don't necessarily have this luxury, but some of you guys will be able to do this at home. Now, it does require 2 full sets of bands, okay? So, I got one set over here and another set hooked up over here. And you know, they're about 10 feet apart, okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm replicating a really expensive piece of equipment at a gym called a cable crossover machine. Those things are about $10,000 to $15,000. And I can replicate that with 2 sets of $35 bands, right? All right, so really love this exercise, guys. Now, we've done one upper body exercise. We did a lower body. Now the third one, we're back up into upper body. And once again, guys, this is the compound movement, okay? So instead of pushing dumbbells like I did with the incline dumbbell chest press, I'm gonna be flying, okay? So I'm gonna be squeezing my arms together like I'm hugging a big giant barrel, okay? So it is a different movement, although we're still hitting our chest, our shoulders, okay? And and to a lesser extent, our back. Now, the other thing that happens really on a regular basis with almost any big compound exercise, you don't even know you're doing it, but you have to engage your core, all right? So you're using your core to stabilize your body, whether you're doing squats or flies with bands. It really doesn't matter. So that's kind of a side benefit to these big compound movements. So guys, pick a resistance, because we're gonna do 15 to 20 reps, all right? So it can't be too light, all right? And then it can't be so difficult that you can't get but 8 reps, okay? So here we go. We gotta have a nice wide base, okay? Because these bands are really gonna be pulling me backwards. And I'm just gonna squeeze together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 30, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20, okay, damn. All right, so guys, I'm not faking it, right? There's a lot of burn going on right now. That's that lactic acid. So, to summarize, it's not just the exercise itself that boosts your testosterone levels. It's the way you do the exercise. That's so important, guys. That is the key. The amount of effort or the amount of intensity that you put into the exercise is just as important, if not more so, than the exercise itself. All right, guess what? Exercise number 4. We're going back down the stairs. We're gonna be hitting our legs, the biggest muscle group in your body, and therefore the most bang for your buck when it comes to boosting your testosterone. So the first exercise, or the first leg exercise we did, was a goblet squat, a squatting movement. So that focuses primarily on your thighs and your glutes, and to a lesser extent your hamstrings, okay? This stiff-legged deadlifts, also called Romanian deadlifts, or RDLs, is going to place more emphasis on our hamstrings and our glutes. All right, so guys, I promise you, women dig big asses. And I'm not talking about fat ass, right? I'm talking about a big muscular ass. Women absolutely love them. And this is great for targeting those glutes. Now, before I start, I want to just talk a little bit about the form, okay? So, if you're not careful, and if you just kind of lock your knees and bend over with a hunched back or a rounded back, okay, I can already feel some stress, some kind of uncomfortable stress right there. I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels, okay? The key, and this is so simple, guys, to preventing back injury, is the first move you make is stick your ass out. All right, so just boom, stick your butt out. Nothing changes. Look, my knees are pretty straight here, my legs are pretty straight, and all I do is just bump. Ass feels like it's sticking way out right now, okay? And then you just keep on hinging, okay? And looking forward and slightly down, okay? You can look at the ground about 10 feet in front of you. All right, you don't want to look up high. I can look kind of here or down there. But the key, guys, is stick your ass out. And then when you stick your ass out, what happens? See how my knees automatically bend a little bit? And then I'm gonna come down and my knees will be flexed. So it's called a stiff-legged deadlift, but it's not stiff-legged, right? So from the side, when I stick my butt out, my knees flex. And when I bend down, my knees bend a little bit more, okay? So this is about as deep as you need to go. And then when you come up, I want you to focus on your hamstrings and your glutes contracting, and that's gonna bring you up. You're not gonna focus on bringing yourself up with your back, okay? So you'll get really good at this if you really focus on the muscle that you're targeting. Don't just think about going up and down. I want you to be focusing on contracting certain muscles. It will be far, far more effective. So here we go. I'm gonna bend my knees a lot to pick them up off the ground, okay? So this will also help with your lower back. And I'm looking forward when I stand up, okay. Now this is the starting position right here, guys. So first move is butt out, and then down, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. All right. So, real quick, to just kind of explain to you guys what I'm feeling as I'm going through the full range of motion here. So at the bottom of the movement, I'm gonna turn sideways for you here. I feel like my butt's sticking way out behind me, okay? As opposed to bending down like this. So I'm still looking forward, and I feel like my ass is way back there. And you have to, that will counterbalance the weight, the dumbbells that you have in your hands that are hanging in forward of your center of gravity. So it's a natural feeling once you get used to it, okay? So if this feels weird to you at first, I want you to practice using some really light dumbbells. You can even just do it with your body weight. So just get the balance down and the form, and it's really nice if you can have a mirror to look in, okay, to the side here. Stick your ass out. So I haven't even dropped down. I've just stuck my ass out, and then I can watch my butt continue to go out. And that's just naturally gonna happen once you hinge at your waist to begin with. Okay, the last exercise today, number 5. We're going back up top here, guys. We're gonna hit our back. And we're gonna be doing rows with these bands. And guys, your back is a big muscle group. Matter of fact, there's 17 distinct muscle groups in your back. We can't even see them all because they're layered, okay? So we got muscles on top of muscles when it comes to our back. So it means we're really strong. Secondly, this is a compound movement, okay? So I'm gonna be moving my shoulder joint and my elbows, all right? So we're gonna be engaging our back and our biceps. And of course, I'm gonna be standing up, okay? And I'm really gonna have to engage my core and to a lesser extent, my legs, all right? And because this is such a big muscle group, And because my back is probably my strongest muscle group relative to all the other muscles in my body, you know, relatively speaking, I can do a lot of weight. So basically I've got every single band on these handles here. And you don't have to do low rows. They can be, you can put the anchor at the bottom of the door or at a midpoint in the door. It really doesn't matter. I got mine kind of mid-lower here, okay? I got a big hook that I've got screwed into a giant 2x12. And guys, this is a fun movement. I really do like this. So I want you to step away from the anchor far enough, okay, that there's already some tension at the beginning of the movement, okay, or at the bottom of the movement. So if I was a little too close here, man, I wouldn't accomplish anything until the last 50% of the range of motion. So I want to step away, okay, as far as I can, and I got a lot of tension already. So guys, I'm just going to focus on bringing my elbows back. So that is the mind muscle connection. Don't worry about your handles, okay, worry about your elbows. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. All right, real quick here. I'm going to go through a couple more reps, and I want to explain one thing about my form that I couldn't do while I was pushing through those, and that is I want you to notice the position of my back and my butt. All right, so when I'm not bent over rowing like this, okay? So, okay, I've tried to put an arch in my back, okay, a little bit. Okay, so my butt is back, my legs are bent, okay, but my chest is up, or it's facing forward. It's not facing down, okay? So try to keep your chest facing forward as you're doing this, and that will relieve a lot of your lower back stress. So guys, wow, 5 fantastic exercises today to increase your testosterone at home. You don't need an expensive gym membership. And guys, remember, it's just as much about the way you do the exercise as the exercise itself. And guess what? This ain't gonna happen overnight. That means you gotta stick with it and never give up on yourself.